I swear to God, I don't try to pick on DC just to get the views or anything like that. It's just they've been running the news sites for the longest time because they have the most news coming out. And if anything, Marvel hasn't been really getting much news out there recently. Not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm just saying that DC's got a lot more news coming out. And clearly, I've been having a lot more bad stuff to say about the DC news recently, but I am happy to say I'm kind of mixed on this one. Mixed. That's a positive for me because it's not me ranting or anything like that. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about right now, it's Nightwing is getting his own solo movie. His name is Dick Grayson. He's basically the very first Robin, which is Batman's sidekick. He grew up in a circus with his family of acrobats, and his family died, I think in a fire or something like that. I just remember his family dying, and then Batman taking him in, training him as Robin, and then he got older, and then he started rejecting some of Batman's methods and stuff like that, and kind of became Nightwing as a rebellious answer, and not in a teenager oh, I hate you father kind of rebellious answer, in a very reasonable answer, rebellious kind of thing. And that's why I love Nightwing so much, because even though Batman and Nightwing have a lot of back and forth, they're very reasonable. It's very authentic, very real, and it's not Batman's the clear winner here. Oh, Nightwing's the clear winner here. But from time to time, you're like, okay, Nightwing's being a dick. Okay, Batman's being a dick. But they kind of share that dick mantle evenly. So it's not like Batman's always the dickhead or Nightwing's always the dickhead. Nightwing is a pretty cool character, and Batman's a pretty cool character, and I love Nightwing, and I really, really do. Not because he's just how he plays off with Batman, because he stands on his own. He's got a lot of story arcs. He was running with the Teen Titans for the longest time. That was really cool story arc. I know that's not what we're going with, but you could have him raise a team because he's a really great leader. He really is. And there's just so much to his character that you can add. And him being raised by Batman and then him going on his own, villains are always going to undermine him, so that can be his weapon and also his disadvantage, because not every single villain is going to be oh, you're just Batman's play toy or anything like that. A lot of them are going to be okay, he's got Batman's methods, we're going to treat him like Batman, and that can be a very, very big weakness for him because everyone's putting him up with Batman. So he's more vulnerable than Batman, which is awesome, because Batman, when he fights, you're not worried about him. But when Nightwing fights, he's just as badass as Batman, but he's not as skilled as Batman. He's a notch under him. So that's really cool, and I really, really if you can't tell, I really do love Nightwing. I don't know too much about him because I only watch him from the cartoons. Read a comic or two with him in it, but I want to see more. I just want to see more. That's why I kind of want this movie to happen. And also, if you guys didn't know, Nightwing is my favorite sidekick character of all time. That's DC and Marvel. I love him to death. So that kind of leads me to the negatives, because I feel there's a lot of things I feel about this in a negative way. Because recently they've been very reactionary, in a bad way. Gotham Sirens, that's a whole different subject and I could talk about later. But Gotham Sirens is a very reactionary movie. Nightwing isn't. Batman isn't exactly in his greatest moments right now. The whole Ben Affleck thing. I'm not going to say what I feel. If you want to see how I feel, just watch my other videos. But there's that, and then the director, Matt Reeves, just came back on to directing, which is cool. I'm really happy. There's just a lot of drama circling this Batman movie, and it's a hot mess. And it seems like a very odd time to announce a Nightwing movie. If there was a lot of good stuff happening outside of the Batman movie that we were hearing about, then that would be a good time. So that's why it's not reactionary, kind of. I want it to be reactionary, but not so reactionary oh, people like Harley Quinn, let's make her a movie. No. And another thing, does Nightwing really need his own movie now? I want one, but I don't think right now is the right time, because you're just setting up this DC extended universe. I was thinking maybe after Justice League 2, or after they start developing more characters and then the world starts expanding. I want to see this world expand, not be so centralized on the Justice League. Kind of do some more solo movies, pinpointing a couple things here and there, oh, there's that villain over there, oh, there's that villain over there. And then kind of expand slowly at the right pace. I just, I said it before, I don't feel like this is the right time for a Nightwing movie. And this is really odd because everyone's really excited, but I'm kind of nervous when it comes to the director, Chris McKay. A lot of you guys probably don't recognize the name Chris McKay, but he directed the Lego Batman movie. A lot of you guys are like, whoa, that's perfect. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not 100% on board with this director. I mean, sure, I'm gonna probably be on board later when I like sit on it, sleep on it for like months to come. But just right now, I don't feel like I'm ready to have someone like Chris McKay on board because sure, he directed a fantastic Lego Batman movie, but that's something completely different that's connected to the DC Extended Universe. One's comedy and one's animated and one's live action, one's going to be dark and serious. So, if you see my concern, I'm not totally nervous, but I'm concerned to say the least. Like, is he the right fit for this? I don't know too much about Chris McKay, so I'm probably going to like do some more research, watch more of his movies, then get a set feel for him. But right now, I'm just not too set in stone with him just yet. I would like to hear your thoughts, guys. Do you think Nightwing should get his own solo movie, or do you think he should be sticking with Batman for like a long time? I want to hear your thoughts down below, guys. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, _videos. Go follow me there for the latest news and updates on my channel. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that crap. Later and goodbye. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that crap. Later and goodbye. Thank Christ!